Welcome to Ben's Boats. My name is Ben. Once again, we're out here working on this 1998 MariStar. Now in the last video, I got the engine installed, and connected. In this video, we're going to start it up for the very first time, and we'll even take it to the lake. Got her pulled up on the driveway here to keep the water going out that way instead of all over my grass, which is dead, by the way. Haven't had any rain in a while. That's beside the point. Check this out. Engine is all here. I got her all connected, ready to rock and roll. All I got to do is put a battery in. It's sitting right over there. Got to connect that up, and then we're going to key it up, test a few things, and hopefully bust this thing off today. Battery goes here where my tools are currently. Just like that. Here's our ground. Alright, nice and tight. Let's see what we get. Alright, let's key this thing up again for the first time. Oh, switch. Let's see if we can't hear that fuel pump kick on. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so we got a fuel pump. Let's check our oil one more time. I did fill it full of fluids before coming home from the shop, so let's see. Oh yeah, it's right on the third dot. So we got oil, and I know we got transmission fluid. Well, what do you say we just try to bump it over real quick and see what happens. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to disconnect our coil wire here, make sure we've got spark, and from there we'll go ahead and put this back on. I want to spin it over a little bit to get some oil pressure built anyway, so it's not a bad idea to disconnect this first. Alright, I'm about to turn this key, see if that little light there blinks. Here we go. That would be a dead battery. Great. Alright, let me swap it out. Out with the old, and with the new. Alright, fresh battery. Let's try this again. Hit the switch. There's our fuel pump. And spin it over. Alright, well, I hear fuel. I see it spraying down the TBI units there. I heard spark, so, well, nothing left to do. Put this thing on a hose and see if she starts. Alright, here we go. Running pretty good. Make sure we got water flow. Yep. Looks like we're charging up dash. We got a half tank of fuel. Oil pressure is great, and I don't know if the temperature gauge works or not. We'll find out. This thing is running absolutely great. Just listen to it sing. This is just an idle right now, but my goodness, this thing sounds absolutely perfect. I checked the shift. I don't want to leave it in gear for long because of the drive shaft packing. It seems to run great. I can't believe I nailed the timing on the first time. That's the trickiest part, getting it all in perfect time, but holy moly, does this run good. Look at the fuel spray coming out of those injectors. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Now the break-in period on this engine is about 5 hours of use, so I don't want to go much above 3,000, 4,000 RPM until I've eclipsed that time frame. I'm just letting it sit here and hang out for a little while. It's going to run on the hose. Gonna rev it up and down, let it see what it does at multiple temperatures, and we should be good to go. I'm absolutely stoked. Next stop is the lake. We're out here again with a little more daylight than the next day. It is now lake test time. We're hooked to the truck, ready to go. I already got the interior installed. I know, bad luck, but we're doing it anyways. Superstition says you never put the interior in until you fully test everything. Well, we're about to test it with the interior in, so hopefully nothing goes wrong. I'm going to check our oil one more time before we get going. Looks like we are just a little bit low. If you would focus. There he goes. Looks like we're just a little bit low. Let's put a little more oil in here and we'll get to the lake. Much better. After just another half quart, we're there. Let's go to the lake. We just got to make sure it starts before putting it in the water. Well, we're out here at the boat ramp. Made it out here on a relatively busy evening. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. Okay, start this thing up and check for leaks. Okay, there's a little bit of a leak out of the drive shaft, but we should be okay. Well, now. Oh yeah, that's the first fuel injected boat I've ever owned. No, it's actually just a standard Inmark TBI. Yeah, it came TBI from the factory, so I just figured I'd stick with it. But this is the first lake test tonight, so we'll see how she goes. Welcome to the project world, my friend. Alright, we are pumping water and coming up with temperature. Alright, we're going to check a shift and see how we're leaking out the drive shaft. Here we go. Forward. And reverse. See what we're doing up there. Okay, drive shaft is way down there. Right there. Leaking just a little as it's supposed to. Looks like we have a muffler leak as well. Yep, there it is. Rudder port looks dry. Okay, let's see what we can do tonight, shall we? Temps are coming up. Looks like we're all good here. Full tank of fuel, charging voltage, oil pressure is great. Added about half a quart of ATF to the transmission just to quiet things down a bit. I think we're right where we should be. Let's put it in the water. And we're away. This thing runs good. My goodness. Down here for any water intrusion. It's going to be our main leak detector. Well, we're out here driving okay at slow speeds. Let's see what she does on plane, shall we? Stopped out here in the middle of the lake just check on things and looks good. Transmission oil is up to level now. We got good engine oil still. It is kind of toasty, and I don't mean overheating, I just mean it is toasty. The oil that I used to install these exhaust manifolds, I put them on the bolts and it kind of got on the exhaust gaskets, so it's a kind of smoking when I started it up and run it, let it get hot, but I got a blower for a reason. Let's run this thing. Well, it worked once, let's see if it'll do it twice. stopped out here in the mid right now. I got a little bit of smoke coming off that manifold there. That's because I put some oil on the bolts for install. That should burn off. I got an exhaust riser gasket weeping there, but everything is cool. I mean, it's cool to the touch still. We're not overheating. Temperatures in the dash look great. Oil cooler for the transmission is hardly warm, so I know there's fluid in there. Don't see any major leaks, so I'd say we keep going. It's a lot better than where we started. Well, it's been a few weeks in real life time since that drone montage, but for you, it's just been a snap. I've really been enjoying this boat for the last few weeks of summer. I've put almost 20 hours on this thing since the rebuild. Here's a couple pictures of us enjoying it on the lake. I've been having a great time with this boat, and I hope you've been having a good time watching this video too. With that in mind, I'm going to leave you off here. Drop a comment down below, let me know how I did. Like it if you liked it, subscribe and stick around. There's always more boating content to come. I'll catch you in the next one.